Are you interested in making one of the best races in the master version of Elder Scrolls Oblivion? Well, stay tuned and enjoy this intro of one of the greatest ESOs ever created. And I'm glad they made this game over and remastered it. I'm grateful. Alright, let's hop right into this character guide. Let me tell you why the Imperial is my favorite race on the game. Usually I make the homeland race of any Elder Scrolls game, but I love the Imperials. They're very shrewd diplomats, traders, they're skilled with heavy armor, they're a jack of all trades, they're balanced in every way possible, they're great with speechcraft, they're just great in every regard. And they even start with having the Emperor's voice. So let's hop into my character's creation. Right here I just was tuning down the complexion down and back and forth. We usually start off making a very young character, but we really wanted to make him an angrier version of what he was. I didn't know if I wanted to make a female or a male, so I just was playing around here doing anything. While we're here looking at this character creation, I also wanted to tell you guys of the unique racial powers and tap more into why Imperials are a better race. They have the voice of the Emperor. That ability allows them to charm NPCs for 30 seconds. So usually if you steal from somebody, you just do anything violent, you can just use the Emperor's voice, and most of the time it'll calm them down. I'm like, oh, the Emperor. They have a lot of social dominance. They have plus 10 bonuses from the beginning to mercantile and speechcraft. It makes them excellent at haggling and persuasion. It allows them to get better deals and influence a lot of the computers that you'll be dealing with in the beginning of the game. Like I was saying about the jack of all trades, they really don't have any weaknesses or strengths. They're a very balanced race, so you can make them however you want to. You can make them more magica based, more warrior based, more crafty based, any way possible. And a lot on these Elder Scrolls games, the Imperial's always been a balanced race. So right here I was trying to make my character look very angry, so I didn't know what I was really doing right here. I was just trying to test out the ups and downs of the inner ridge, the brow ridge and the outer ridge of their eyes. Because usually I just create a base face on these games, and I first started playing Oblivion when the game was freaking came out in 2004. Yeah, and I was about 6 years old. So I was playing this game for a long time. I started off playing this game on the Xbox, and then I transitioned over to playing Skyrim, and as well as Elder Scrolls Online. So I'm definitely glad they remastered this version of Oblivion, because this is my favorite one, honestly. So right here we was tuning the cheekbones. I was about to cancel everything because I didn't know what I was doing. So I decided on flipping to a female, because I never made a female in none of the Oblivion games or in any of the Elder Scrolls games. So right here we just was scrolling through. We made sure that we were picking an Imperial. I tuned the complexion a bit. We had to make sure. We always make my character look young, because I'm young. I ain't old yet. So we gotta make our character look young. Right here, I was just trying to see different nuances of how I can create my build the perfect way I wanted to make it. Then we knew how we wanted to make our character, so we switched down to the chin, cheeks, looked at the eyes to see if that's the best way to make our character. Right here you can really just make your character however you want. This is just my first playthrough on this game on the remastered version, so I just wanted to make my character uniquely to how I wanted to make it for myself. I was scrolling through the hairstyles. I usually like a long hair length on my characters, make my character look more like a Viking. Right here I just was fooling around looking at the different hairstyles. And ultimately I switched this back and forth, so at the end of the video you guys will see, before I actually left the sewers, I redid this. So right here I was lengthening my hair. I wanted to pick the best hairstyle for myself, but I'll definitely change this later on. And I feel like this hairstyle right there was a great hairstyle for a Viking, the one before that one. And that's what I ultimately probably came down to choose. You guys gotta find out though. So right here, I usually love a unique eye color. They had many options. I've never seen as many options as I recall from when I was younger. It may have been here, but like I said, I haven't played this game since I was 6, so I don't know if all these eye options was here. A lot of these options are very unique. Like, I've never seen so many options. And ultimately, right here, I think I decided on the blue eyes. Yeah, I decided on the blue eyes. I wanted to test around the eyelids. Didn't make many changes here. The makeup, I wanted to see if they had any sort of face paint, but I don't think they had any face paint on this game. Yeah, they didn't have any face paint on here, so I just was scrolling through. Looking at the different variety of eyes. I don't think I changed anything right here. I think I probably tested around with the freckles a bit. Yeah, I don't think I tested on anything right here. I think I just was going through the build, just trying to find out the best way to make my character. Like I said, this is all preferential, so take your time making your character, because I definitely took my time. You want to make your character look as best as possible for how you like them. Right here, I didn't know what name to name my character. I wanted to make it more of a Viking type name. Usually when I play these Elder Scrolls games, I usually use a character generator name and just generate the character's name. So right here with the attributes, like I said, Imperials are very great when it comes to speed, agility, a whole bunch of things. So I chose the specialization of magic, because I've never played with a magic build before. I usually go as a warrior, so I usually sword out everything, but I wanted to be a sort of a battle mage. I think I'm cleaning my glasses. You always gotta wipe your glasses off when they're foggy. Yeah, but back to being an Imperial. The lore with Imperials are great. They have very significant lore. They're the ruling race of Cyrodiil. They naturally fit into the game setting. It makes them a great choice if you're into immersive role playing. But right here with my attributes, I really didn't know where I wanted to go, and I wanted to be a bit different this time, because usually, like I said, I always go the warrior way, so I usually go any way that gives me strength or any type of power, so I could just my enemies down. But I definitely wanted to be different this time, because I wanted to be more of a type of battle mage type of character, so I didn't want to be like I used to be. I wanted to be different, so right here I just was looking at the different ways I could make my attributes favor to the way I wanted it to be. I chose a specialization of magic, and right here I think I chose intelligence, because I wanted to have more magicka. You always want to pick attributes that your character don't specialize in as well, or you can just pick how you want to do it yourself, because usually with Imperials they're great with luck, personality, so I'm not going to choose those two starting off the game, because why get a bonus in something I'm already good in? With Imperials, I don't think they're great in magicka, so I chose intelligence. Increasing your maximum magic allow you to cast more spells. So my favorite attributes were intelligence and agility. Now it comes down to the combat section. It's all about picking your major skills here. So Imperials thrive using heavy armor, so you guys know it's at least one of my major skills as a spoiler. This was so hard to really choose when I was creating my character, because when you're used to making your character one way all your life, you gotta be different sometimes. It's the remaster version, so remaster your craft and create something different. You see, I was trying to find a way to have my character be able to paralyze characters, because that's just one of my favorite things about Oblivion. I didn't choose conjuration here. I don't like summoning creatures or the undead. I'm not a big fan of necromancy. But you know I chose the sneak here as a major skill. When you're an accomplice of the Grey Fox, you just gotta do what you gotta do. But that's one of my favorite things in the Elder Scrolls games, is to be able to sneak around and pickpocket people. I just love stealing. So I always join the Thieves Guild in the beginning of the game. So right now we have two of our major skills as heavy armor, sneak, and right here I just was trying to read the different magica based abilities for my major skills. And right out there I bounced around illusion. Because you know, I love to paralyze people. And alteration, because I want to be able to open up locks and create shields on myself. So I definitely chose alteration. We didn't get there yet, but I definitely chose alteration. I know that for sure. Because being able to open up locks, if you're not good at opening locks with lockpicks, because it's very hard on this game now. I know in the beginning when I used to play this game, it used to be easy. But for some reason it became very difficult. I've been struggling opening up chests, even very easy. I don't know what happened to me. So definitely putting up your alteration will help. So unfortunately right here, I chose to remove my illusion, but I made a big mistake. I thought that paralyzing any of the NPCs or any of the enemies of any sort on the game was alteration only, when I clearly read it in illusion. I don't know what I was thinking, but I definitely can work on it more in when the game actually starts. So don't think the skills you pick is set in stone. You can always flip stuff around and make things your niche, because there's a lot of skills that you can really work on once the game starts. So don't think all of this stuff right here matters as much, but it do, but it don't. So the stuff here is just great for when you begin the game, but you can always work on different things. So for example, I can easily just block and gain my skill and block and have that maxed out and have all the different unique passives into blocking. So right here I chose blade because usually I use a strong sword. So I usually use the two-handed sword. And right here I thought that I could do dual blades, but I forgot when in Oblivion you can't do dual blades, but I still wanted to go ahead and just grab a short sword. That's one of my favorite weapons, and if you guys know about the children, that's one of my favorite weapons. I love the children. So I love to be able to put different crafts on my weapon, like poisons, shock, ice. Love it. Anything to really damage your enemies more. It's great. And right here is a really funny moment. So you guys see me turn around from the screen. I was looking at my dog. The dog I love. The same dog I named my character after. She was over there tripping, messing with her little brother. So I had to tell her to stop. Gotta calm down. Hand-to-hand combat. At the beginning of the game, I started to punch the Emperor. I always attack people and then reload the game back. It's one of the funny things of when I play through this game. So right here, I didn't choose alchemy. I never create potions. I should, because I'm always about to die. I try to play this game on expert, but I can't. I have to play on the depth. I don't know why this game became so hard. See, lockpicks, mercantile, persuading people. Ooh, I chose acrobatics because I love to be able to run and jump around. But as you can see my face here, I was probably unsure on that decision. So we probably flip-flopped that. You never know. I'm always unsure. It's a character creation. Nothing goes perfect. You may change things, make a second character. See, look, I'm never sure. Because it's like, do I really want to jump high off things? Or do I want to have a different major skill? I chose speechcraft. Because even though I told you guys that Imperials start off being able to be great barterers, being able to convince people and persuade them, I love to be able to do it to the next level. So being able to use the Emperor's voice, really talk down people, and get my craftsmanship up with them, it's great. See right here with alteration, you can breathe or walk on water. That's a great thing. Walking on water? What are you? Are you the Dragonborn? Oh, let's not talk about Skyrim. Or if you know, well, I ain't gonna spoil that. I ain't gonna spoil it. Because if you guys never played Oblivion before, I ain't gonna spoil it for you in the character creation video. So I think I need one more major skill here. I went between looking at my specialization again to see if these was the two things I wanted here as well with my favorite attributes. I was very confused here. What was our last skill? What was it? Was it mysticism? Was it illusion? Was it conjuration? Was it alchemy? Was it restoration? Which one was it? Which one do you think it was? I don't remember. Or do I? We went back to looking at the different skills. We was trying to come down with that last skill. This was a very difficult decision. Very difficult. This is not easy, guys. It's not easy. You may see a lot of videos where everybody picking things so fast. Right here, I really had to think about everything. This was my first playthrough, so most of this is unraw, uncut, and I streamed this on my Twitch. So if you guys want to check that out, it's Chizzy-sama on my Twitch and my YouTube and my TikTok. So definitely subscribe to those. We'll gladly appreciate it. See, you see me smiling there. I didn't know what to pick. Athletics? Is that the last major skill? Run, swim, and sprint. I love the still. So do this pair along with it? Or did I choose something else? Spoiler, I think I chose armor. So to cut it short for you guys, I most likely picked armor so that I can maintain my weapons and armor efficiency. Yeah, we chose armor. Spoiler, we got there though. But right here I wanted to create a unique name. I had to look up something. I didn't really know what to name my build type. Look, decisions. I was gonna name him Thief, but do he look like a thief? Battle? What are you? Battle what? Battle what? What are you? I think I chose something, including rogue. Right here I was using some AI to help me. I named all my skills and my specializations in an app called Copilot and just wanted to really know what I could name my build to be authentic. Right here you can choose whatever your name you want, but this really doesn't matter. This is just a name. So we chose a rogue warrior hybrid. So we're a mixture of being a thief and a warrior. Yes. So right here, we shall continue. And after this part, you know I had to bounce back. So we went back to my character after I finished the sewer when I got to the inn. You want to make sure that you pick your appropriate race and everything before you continue here, because this is the tutorial. So once you leave here, you can't redo it. So you want to make sure that everything is finalized right here. So right here I chose a different hairstyle. Make sure my character look exactly how I want her to look. I definitely chose and changed the eye color. I made them a bit more bright. Ooh, those are some crazy eyes. Those are some crazy eyes. We most likely chose those blue eyes there. Cause look at those eyes, they're beautiful. Those eyes are beautiful. Right here I just was messing around. Changing my color to my skin. Cause I really want to face paint so badly. But you can't do it on Oblivion. So, change our lipstick color. We changed it down. We wanted it to be the natural color of our lips. We don't really like putting on lipstick. Eyeshadow color. We just wanted to make something look unique here, so. We had to match the eyes. We had to match the eyes. Had to. But that's that Viking hairstyle. Y'all see how that goblin is staring at me in the back? Why are you looking at me like that? And I chose Aurora as my character's name because that's, like I said, that's my dog's name. Love her. Love her like my own daughter. I had to go attack the goblin. You cannot defeat me, goblin. Yeah. You can't defeat me. So right here we just was scrolling past effects and everything, and that's wrapping it up. That's wrapping it up. We chose to look at our birth sign because we love being a thief. Love to be a thief. I was just reading the different ways that I can change around my birth sign. But, you know, we ultimately had to choose something. We had to. The warrior, I was always the warrior. When I first made my character when I was a little kid, on a regular version of Oblivion, we made a warrior. I was trying to read the difference between a mage and an astronaut. But I seen that the astronauts couldn't regenerate their own magic, so I was like, ugh, no. We'd rather go with something else. Because if you can't regenerate magicka, you're just throwing it out even though you have more. You have more, but it don't regenerate. So in the middle of battle, it's not coming back. It's just not coming back. But you know what we ultimately had to decide on. And that was the thief. It had to be the thief. Because like I said, I'm an accomplice of the Gray Fox. We had to be a thief. But this was a great video. If you like the character creation video, tune in, subscribe, and we'll have more videos for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great day.